Welcome to the TuF Pro Scrims. I'm your host, Naked H Crusader. We're about to begin this new scrimmage here by TUF, Tactical Under Fire. We're about to begin. We are just heading on, no lobby, straight to the game, giving you straight to the action. Tonight we have some really good teams performing, and we will see them as we play on. This is going to be some good shooting and action-packed spot. So let me make sure everything is good by looking at Omelet and Twitch and YouTube. So right now, we got the playing going on, as you can see, and everyone knows PUBG Mobile at this point. If you don't, I'll give you a little quick synopsis. There are going to be, right now, 40 people jumping off this plane, and as the circle gets closed, because of the blue zone, teams are forced to fight each other, and the last team wins it. Points are based on ranking, so where you finish on your position, and I should say, kills. Let's see, this plane is about going south, pretty much down the middle, so it's pretty good for people who are jumping to all these different places. Sometimes you can have that plane ride go into some pretty tough lines where it kind of packs people together. But this one, everyone has an option to go around to wherever they want. It might be a bit far for people to go to Georgia Pole, as nobody has jumped in that direction. But we do have a team going down to Severny here. I think they're going to be the only ones around here. They're going to loot up quick because they have jumped first. Let's also take a look at some of these other teams here. We got two teams right there next to each other going to Yasnaya. It looks like Team 15 with full Eclipse, along with... let's take a look. What appears to be Team 8. And they are LM. So this is going to be interesting. They landed pretty close to each other. It looks like Full Eclipse took the building, which is mostly known as C Block, part of Yasnaya town. You also have Team 6. I guess Team 6 is LM. And then you also have this other team here with Champ, Pasta, and Kenzie taking out the back there. So right now, if you just looked at positioning, it looks like Team 6 is in trouble, and already they get one knocked, so that is not good for him. He's going to need to get picked up, and he probably will, given the teams are still looting. They may not try to push quite yet because they don't have the resources, but rain might change things and does take him out. It was an issue. Getting out of that house in order to come around may not have been the best idea. You put yourself in the open, you're going to get thirsted. So now Team 6 has to scramble. They're looking around. They don't know what to do. It's troubling because you do have all their team members there. It becomes 3v4 here. Oh, man. One after the other. Rain is just doing work. Now you got Legend in the back with another team member against him coming in. These two teams are with each other. Never mind. These are Team 15. I completely missed that. So 6 is over here, though. So you have one member just continually backing up. And he's backed up pretty far. Pretty far. So Full Eclipse is just pushing them farther and farther back. Now Team 8 probably heard all those shots. But they have not pushed in yet. They're not quite worried about them, as they're still looting themselves. Let's take a look around the map and see what teams we have here. We have a solo player here by Jailer leaving the school. Apparently, it looks like he's got maybe a shotgun on the left and a handgun on the right. It's not the kind of loot you're looking for. I'm kind of surprised that he came out of school with such limited loot. Maybe he just didn't want to go farther and farther away from the team that is in the apartments. Let's take a look at them. One guy, and I can... Yeah, chat, you tell me what that team name is. I cannot pronounce that, so I'll give it my best shot. Skidoo is has a UMP in hand. Cool helmet. Cool. Oh, nice. VSS. That is my favorite sniping weapon. Obviously, I'm not going with any of the crate weapons, but VSS is the best on the floor weapon you can pick up, in my opinion. Better than the Car 98 in my humble opinion. So it looks like I'm Saucy is right next to a player that they already taken out 2 members of. Let's take a world view here and see what's his position. Is he just standing still because he doesn't want to be seen? Yes, he is. Look at this, prone and ready. What he's doing is trying to get angles, so like if ever they come up the stairs, he's ready for it, and he has lowered his body to the ground, so that way they'll have a hard time hitting him. Not sure if that's going to work with a full squad, but they are separated, so maybe he can take them out one by one. That is a possibility, and this might be it. Saucy, as we try to see what is happening. No. Taking them out, already done. And they were pretty close together, actually. So he moved away from the stairs. That's why I missed it. Damn. So he moved away from the stairs, and that's probably why they heard his footsteps and put him in a tight position against a team of 4. We're also going to take... Oh, wait a minute. Team 8 has joined the party. Now, these 3-story apartments is quite interesting. A lot of windows you can look at. But again, it's kind of tough shooting across. Trying to pick him up. To no avail. His teammates are in the back, though. He's getting good shots on Legend. Does get one knocked. Rain is down. Does get a second. Gets a third. One more. His health is even better. So right now, he's the only one. There were 4v1 in this situation. None of them were knocked. And he just completely takes out 3 of them. Someone clipped that. So I don't know what his plan is here. Zero is in major trouble right now. He is hurting a lot, but no, he got picked up to 75%. Rain is going to get picked up unless he takes the stairs up. He backed out. I think Champ is going to try to throw a Hail Mary grenade. Can it get right here? If it's perfect, it does get Rain. So right now, Zero is going to go back in actually and pick up Rain. Meanwhile, Champ is now on the stairwell. So I don't know what his plan is. He can push right now. That would be the best time, but he doesn't know that Zero is picking him up at the moment. Champ's going to use this time to loot up a bit. Meanwhile, all of these players here are going to get healed up, and his advantage that he had just a moment ago is going to vanish. That's why it's so important to finish your kills. You don't have to go for the thirst, but you do have to finish off players that can heal the other teammates up. So Champ is now in a precarious spot. Zero is completely available to shoot. So is Legend. And I think, I don't know where he is actually, but Rain is healed up as well. So interesting spot here. Rain right in view. And that will do it. Man. I think Full Eclipse got away with one right there. They'll probably learn from that and figure how to go forward in this scrim. But man, they almost were taken out. And that would have been one hell of a thing to watch. 1v4. Gotta love the underdog. And you got SAV here with his teammates Classic, Batman, and Anfa. So Faith. With Team 10. They got Rosshawk covered. Let's take a look at his weapons. He has a UMP and an M16. I think that's an M16. No, that is an S12. Shotgun. That's one of my favorite shotguns, actually. Some people like the double barrel because you can shoot 2 in a row pretty quick, and it has long distance for a shotgun. pretty deadly, but I like this one because you can put an extended mag on it, you can put a scope on it, and you can rapid fire the thing just by hitting it over and over. So let's take a look at some other teams out in the open. You have Team 9. His solo squad takes a buggy out. He might have seen Jailer over there, but is turning quite around and not going for that. But he's going to head straight to another team. I don't think he notices them. Spins out. You got to be careful with the buggy. It can spin out pretty easily. So those two people are kind of driving right next to each other. 16 has stopped at the apartments. He's going to loot up and will be alone there. Meanwhile, he's still going to take the buggy up the mountain. It's heading in the direction of Team 17. I wonder how this is going to play out. He's literally getting close to them by the second. And he might be in trouble. He's moving more to the right. I think that's actually taking him off course from finding people, which puts him in a better position because he's only by himself. I don't know. Again, he's heading straight to them. If he goes any farther than these houses, right over this hill, there's a huge complex. If he goes there, he can get in trouble. So this is the place. Okay, so Team 17 has moved on from this. They keep moving away. So Team 9, who's all by himself, keeps chasing after Team 17. Who are right there now. So he's moving closer and closer. And TUF is right there. He's going to go right around them. He's not getting shot at. He's all by himself. He's chasing after a car. Getting shot at. Right now we're seeing the angle of what he's doing. So he's looking around as he's driving. He wants the action. He's going straight at him. He doesn't care if he's alone. Hey, what can I say? It's after Valentine's Day. You don't need a couple. You just need one. So Dirty Caveman. Got a few hits on him, but not enough to take a knock. Let's see if he can continue. I love this VSS. Rapid fire sniper. What else can you ask for? It comes with a 6x scope and suppressed. So dangerous. All you need is an extended mag and a cheek pad, and you're good to go. So again, we're going to take a look at some of these teams around, alright? So let's take a look at 14. This is INV. Looks like he's got a car 98, golden car 98, and what may appear to be an M4. Great setup. I think that's what most people like to have. A nice sniper like a car 98, bolt action shotgun. I mean, bolt action sniper, and an M4, where you all souped up with 4 attachments. So they're taking the car, they're heading out. The next circle is away from them, so that's why they are taking the car and leaving Primorsk. Let's see Team 7, who's hanging out by Ferry Pier. Maybe enjoying the beach, the water, and the sun. You got Ronnie Bale, 17. You got Rich Games and Taken X. This team seems to be a hodgepodge. Maybe they're all friends. Not on the same clan. Maybe they are, and I just don't know. I think TS is has his own team there. That is the Southerners logo. So I believe that is their team here. So Ronnie Bale 17. The watchtowers are nice to shoot down from on people, but you just gotta be careful of the grenades that can cause issues here. But he's just going by for loot. Let's take a look at Team 11. Back to TU. Well, that's not Team 11. Team 14 though, passing by on the road. Looks like they hear it, but aren't doing anything really about it. Oh, they are close. All right, so TUF kind of pushed onto that solo player that was using the VSS earlier on them. So I wonder how they're going to play it. One's by the wall. they're playing it fairly safe. They lost 2 players already. I think they had all 4, so that solo player is doing some dirty work here. Let's see. Yeah, he's hanging by the wall. He is in a nice position to look around. Although, if he continues to back up, TuF 7 may be able to see him. Not taking a vehicle out of here could be a risk because there's a lot of wide open space, as you can see from that. And they are taking shots at him. He's open in the field. That's the problem of running out of there like that. Can he get to a hill where he can get cover? Oh, so he has a car. That's what he was going for. He only needs 2 more hits and he's definitely down. And is able to get away. Any long distance snipes? No, he will get away. So while that was a risky move, it worked out. And he's going to go on to continue his endeavor. You got Jailer here who just fell from the cliff, it appears. But is fine all by himself as well. And he hears the action. Team 13 is literally on top of him. Eventually, if he gets any closer, his footsteps would be heard, but he's still kind of far away where they won't. Here's the walk. Your host of this of the scrims here, TuF. Looks like the walk is taking the prone game. Has the door open in the back, which could be a problem because Jailer might be able to see him then. But TuF, Papa Orca has just been taken down. We'll probably get revived. It looks like the Southerners have pushed forward. And I'm wondering how Jailer is going to play this. Now he's playing it very safe. He's not going straight. And now he is going straight into this place. He's right behind him. He doesn't notice. And the walk gets completely knocked. Now Jailer is by himself. He's going to go for the thirst. He doesn't want other teammates to come by. And that is not good for TuF. They have 2 people knocked in this house. And I think they have 1 other here. He's coming up. He's going down. And the Southerners take down TuF. Nice job from them. And they had a little bit of help from Jailer here. And I don't think they really noticed. They might have heard the gunshots on this side. But apparently, maybe they just thought one of their own has taken them down. And they might speak English. They might not be able to realize that Jailer's here. That's a bad move. That's a big problem. I think so I'm just gonna, maybe what he's thinking is that they know I'm here. I took down one of their players and knocked them. What he doesn't realize is that the Southerners didn't know he was there. So throwing the smokes might have been a problem. That being said, it looks like the Southerners threw a smoke as well. So they might have think both of them from their own teammates. Let's take a look around. Team 15, full of clips. They're the ones who took out the other team. I'm Saucy was leading that pack and was knocked and was not able to get picked up. But they did get a squad wipe from it. Pachinki is wide open. No one has even, I don't think anyone landed here in the beginning. Whoop. Alright, so it looks like Pachinki is a good chance that Pachinki will be the end of this circle. Pretty much every team is outside of it except for Team 15 and 4. Meanwhile, you got Team 12 here. Kind of running in, and they heard the car go by with Team 11. They do have a drop here, and apparently TuF isn't going to go for the drop. They're going to take a quick shots, but they're way too far outside of the line of fire with a 2-time scope like that. So they're going to keep moving into the next circle themselves. They do have a car, so that will help them out quite a bit. Let's take a look at Team 10 here. They have a vehicle for themselves as well. They probably heard Team 11 drive by. But again, Team 11 is not going to stop by to chat. They're going to continue on and probably move on to Pachinki, actually. They're on the outside of Pachinki. They have those houses here. Let me show you guys. There are 2 kind of warehouse type of places. Crispin is just picking himself up with heals, and his vest has seen better days, but he will be able to continue on. Just give him some energy drinks and you're all healed up. PUBG physics. Here's the other member. Yeah, just bandage your arm and your whole body will feel much better. You gotta love it. Hashtag PUBG physics. Team 16 here. Jailer fighting against Team 7. So Jailer has been the solo that took out one of TUF's members, and then the Southerners did the rest. Apparently Jailer knows they're there still, obviously, but he's not going to engage. I think that would put him in a 3v1 situation, because the Southerners only have 1 or 3 members playing today. TUF Crispin. 2 of their members taken down. They're just pretty much holding back any team that comes in. You have Team 10 coming closer and closer with vehicles. Oh, they don't have vehicles. They've run it in. But what's their plan here? There's not really much they can do other than to run across the field. The good thing about them is that they have the numbers advantage. They have 4 members. Meanwhile, TUF has well. Jesus! Taking them down. Thirsting them and taking the other one down right after. It looks like they were trying to get in the car and they weren't able. Meanwhile, other members from TUF have just pulled up. Wrong place to stop. Blowing up the vehicle and all of them are down. I think there were 3 in there. So 5 kills just in a few seconds. Really putting on the fire, man. This team of just random people were just able to continually put bullets into what were TUF members. So great job from them. They'll have all the spoils from the loot. Meanwhile, let's take a look around. So you got Dirty Caveman with some TUF members, these Nuts and Carbine. They might see Full Eclipse there. They know the car. He sees the car. He knows that car can't be there. Plus, it has its own skin. There's no way new skins on cars spawn that way. So he must be thinking there's someone down there. He doesn't see them though. So let's take a more aerial view down on them. It looks like Full Eclipse with Legend are just hanging out in the house. They probably already looted that. Let's take a look. Yep, they looted the airdrop. It looks like whatever the gun came with was 7 ammo. Probably an MK. It's a nice weapon that has a burst ability. It's just a bit wild if you try to use burst on it though. So they have gone out to the car. They might be seen from the top there. It is a far distance to shoot. So they're just hopping between houses and whoa. They're shooting from a distance on that end. Looks like Murawa has been taken down. They're just putting heavy fire on these teams. Both have 1 knocked, so they're trying to pick up each of them. Does do a squad right there, and meanwhile they're still getting shot by a Full Eclipse, and they're going to change positions in order to focus on another team battle. They're putting down new smokes. One of them's knocked, so they're going to pick them up. But they look good right here. They do have 2 cars they can take, and they're in the zone, so they're doing just fine here. Meanwhile, TUF says, hey, we're here too. We want some of the action. We're not going to let you just take all the kills. and FC Rain with 0 have taken down Dirty Caveman. Carbine and These Nuts are there to fend for themselves. Mistake the angle for full eclipse. How are they going to play this one? The problem here is that it's hard to flank around when you just have the houses and no trees for cover. Full eclipse is getting their full attention, it seems. Meanwhile, Zero and Legend are trying to get all the way to the left side and get an angle on these teams. He might have seen These Nuts. Does get him downed. Meanwhile, Dirty Caveman was picked up. So they have just switched. Carbine also down. And that will do it for TUF. Great job from Full Eclipse. They were completely held on to a surprise attack by TUF, but they have turned it around and didn't lose a single player in that exchange. So who do we have? We have 3 teams left, guys. Zooming in on this map, we have Team 12, who's driving around the corner. I don't know where they're gonna stop. They're heading around. They're getting closer to Team 7 as they go along the side. And I'm not sure how this is going to work out. That is the Southerners in the road. They didn't get a knock. They do finish the Southerners off. Molly. Look at Molly's health. And meanwhile, all the other teammates are downed. That was so close to a Southerners victory, but to no avail. And they'll all get picked up here and survive. So that leaves us with 2 teams left. You got Team D here, and you also have Full Eclipse. Meanwhile, where is Full Eclipse, by the way? Okay, so Full Eclipse are on the edge here. But what's the problem? There's only 18 seconds. They need to get in that car and go because their health will not really withstand this next circle to a degree. The car is pretty badly damaged. It looks like they're gonna instead of taking a car, they're gonna take a nice walk onto the mountain. Maybe get a height advantage. With 7 people left, both teams are probably thinking that there's only 2 teams left. It is a possibility. They might be thinking, oh, there could be some solos. That is a possibility, but it is not the case in this situation. There are only 2 teams left. This is exactly where TUF stood against Full Eclipse. Are they able to change the outcome even though they're coming in exactly the same spot? The blue zone's forcing Team 12 to get in positions closer and closer. Shoots a flare gun up. A little bit late in the game, but I like it. Wow, they got 2 knocked here. Unless that's just really hurt. Yeah, he's just really hurt. So 1 knocked on Molly. Meanwhile, you have the rest of their teammates just healing up from all those hits. You have 1 prone here. This might be the best spot to snipe. He's also going to move a little bit farther up. That might be better too. Meanwhile, Full Eclipse does not want to take it, but is standing there. Cars are coming up. Oh man, 2 against 1. That wasn't a good situation for him. Meanwhile, Rain is now in position down here behind the trees. Mercy's down, leaving only 1 left with Molly. Wait. Oh, there's 1 left over here hiding. I didn't even see him too, and he takes out 1. And not any more than that. So great job from Full Eclipse taking the win. They got a ton of kills there with 13. You got Team D with 2, 3, 4, 5 kills. You got the Southerners with 4, 5, 6, 7. Nicely played. You got TUF, These Nuts, Carbine, and Dirty Caveman coming in with 0. You have Batman, Classic, Enfall, and Sav coming in with 6. INV comes in with 1. Jailer with 1. You got a TUF Frank, Spitztone, and Big Phil coming in with 0. You got a whole TUF crew here with 0. I have a hard time pronouncing. Segedif coming in with 1 kill. Another TUF team with 1. 5 with 1, and LM with 0. So great job, guys. Full of clips, putting on a show. We're going to start round 2 very soon. I wouldn't be surprised if TUF has not started or put in the room code to the Discord already. So make sure if your team is registered that you are going to get into the room as soon as possible. I wonder how everyone is doing. As you guys should know by now, these are registered events. You have to register your team in order to participate. So go over to TUF's Discord page and you can register for their scrimmages in the future. That being said, I think the scrimmage registration is probably closed at this point. It will reopen right after these matches to give everyone an equal opportunity to participate next week. All right. So I will be back. I'm going to play some music while I'm at it. And we'll be heading into match number 2 very soon.
Points in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me.
All right, so we got a few teams in there now. I think we got 31. Make sure you, if you're the team leader, that you get your teams in to the proper spots and into the room. And we'll get this thing started as soon as possible. Let's take a look at the different teams in here. We obviously know TUF. They're hosting this scrim right now. That's why it is TuF Pro Scrims. Let's see Big Phil here. Platinum 4. This is all in TPP, by the way. You got Diamond 2. Crown 5, nicely done. So G4 has now made their way in. Looks like they are on Diamond for third TPP. Third person perspective. We've seen G4 play in first person perspective matches. I'm not sure if they're going to do that here. They might. This might be the second match, so sometimes you see a change, maybe going from third person to first person. I'll be pleasantly surprised if they switch it back and forth. We have LM here with TuF, JJ, Mika, and girl Chain. Sorry. But it looks like an all-women's team. Let's see how they're doing. Diamond 1. Crown, nicely played. Diamond 3. And Diamond 4. We also got Team 5 here. Conqueror on TPP. Look at that with Champ. He's definitely playing like a champ. 4,950 points. That's something that'll definitely get you Conqueror. I'll tell you that much. Let's see how the Pittsburgh Steelers with pace is. Diamond 5. I think Champ was one of the last players too, and was getting some kills. So I have no doubt that his skills during the season is just showing. Ace here, 4,394 points. A close second, almost to Conquer at that point. So here's our solo battler. We got a few kills. Playing with Gold 5. Hasn't played much third. Well, this is first person now. They just switched on me. But even less on a Silver. It looks like they just picked whichever one he did the most on. Doesn't have much experience, but did get some few kills. Pure skill. Team 10 coming in. Diamond 2. Faith coming in with Diamond 2, Platinum 2 as well. Well, not as well, also. Diamond 4. And Batman Platinum 2. What's this a picture of? If I can get to them. Doesn't want to show me. But it looks like a teddy bear. Mercy coming with Platinum 4. Here was our other solo member coming in with Platinum 1. Papa Drac here. Looks like played a few on the TPP. And FPP as well. Yeah, Mom Bear coming in with Diamond 2. And Gold 2 on FPP. But we've seen Full Eclipse play pretty well. They got Crown 3 here on FPP. And Platinum 4 on TPP. So has FC0. We've seen him play. Coming in with Crown 2. Nicely played. You got TUF. 40 people in the room. I think we're about to begin very shortly. Pop, pop, clap. Uzi. Yep, I guess somebody's using it. The Uzi is an OP weapon. I'm going to say it right here, right now. You get rapid fire hits with an Uzi, so it's really powerful. And it's completely accurate. Just because it doesn't have a scope attachment shouldn't stop you from shooting straight at somebody. So it's a great weapon, especially short distance. That's an obviously given, but even mid-range shooting, as long as you put those crosshairs or the circle onto the player, you're going to get hits on them, and it's going to hurt. Now the VSS, ultimate favorite 9mm bullet weapon. But my favorite gun altogether, if I had to choose, is the DPP. It's like the Uzi, but you can put a scope on it. You can get more bullets out of it. It is just as accurate and farther distance shooting with it. There's nothing bad about it other than the fact that you can't put a suppressor on it, why would you? If you put a suppressor on a DPP, you're really going to make it difficult to shoot some more. But I guess, yeah, at the same time, it's pretty accurate, so I guess I would put a suppressor on it. But that's fine. It just acts like a compensator then. And then the other thing is the reload time. But if you know how to play, you shoot, you hide, you reload. That's all you gotta do. You get 47 bullets. If you can't take out at least 2 people in a row with that many bullets, you know, then what are you gonna do? I mean, you get 40 bullets max on other weapons, and it's not like you really have time to reload in the wide open and then shoot again. So like having 47 in one run could be the difference. Looks like Jaguar Paw is in spectator mode as well. Taking a look at full clips as they play, I assume. If you guys don't know Jaguar Paw, you don't know Omelet. We got almost 50. I think we're about to begin anytime soon. All right, we got the room going and beginning. Let's go and see what we can find for action. I just want to see some more for good strategies, some nice teamwork, and some nice one-on-one battles. Maybe a few squad wipes here and there. What do you say, guys? What do you say? Right now we're looking from the view of Frankie767 throwing some apples down the road. Guys, let me know how you guys feel about the new zombie mode that's coming out. I think it's going to come out on the 15th Can't wait to see what that looks like. I'm not sure. I wonder if you can even play as a zombie, because I'm pretty sure that's how they did it in the console. But I'm not sure that's how they're going to do it here. Trying to get that shot. Can he snipe him with an apple? Too late. Alright, let's take a look at the plane. Well, doesn't get much more middle than that. Look at that. So we have it pretty much directly going through the center, just a little bit diagonal, going from east to west. I expect a lot of people to drop Georgia Pole, Rozhok, Pachinki, School, and Yaz is a possibility. It's a possibility. But it's going to be very difficult to get to Primorsk, Zarki, and Severny, especially at military base. Even Novo is kind of out of the picture, I think. So you might see a lot dropping to Georgia Pole, which I've kind of imagined. Here are some crate hot drops right here. We're going to focus on here. So you have S, Sav, Faith here. I'm going to turn off the music as well. Boom. So 2 teams landing right on these crates. One already landed. He might get some shots on them as they're coming down. He missed the crate, so that is a problem. You want to get the loot, right? So you don't want to miss those crate drop, landing on the crates, I mean. Meanwhile, Batman and UG21, they're on different teams, so they're just looting on these crates here. But they're not shooting at each other quite yet. You might have seen Rubber 21 there on the ground. He's looking in his direction. Can he see him here? He doesn't shoot, but he knows he's in there. Rubber 21 from UG. Meanwhile, they're shooting at other players, and I'm not sure where they are actually. I think it's just team 2 here, UG with Rubber 21. And he's going to probably back up. Let's take a look at Pachinki here. They're really close here. You have TUF with Sniper, The Walk, Mom Bear, and Papa. Drac fighting against Team 5. And let's take a look on their end. G24. Can the kid do it? You have Sparkles there too. Right now, a lot of looting, but they must hear each other. It is getting really close. Looks like the kid... I don't know what weapons they have. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at Rush. He has fists. He doesn't have a gun. You have an M16, not the greatest weapon. It used to be a great weapon to use, but now it's kind of the safe weapon. You got a M... what do you call that? Mutant. You have the Mutant. It's a good type of sniper if you don't have a sniper. That's the way I picture the Mutant. But other than that, it's tough to use. A lot of recoil. And you have Spades with the... I don't know if he has a weapon or not, but he just got to the roof. He needs to find one. And let's take a look from TUF's side. He has a Tommy gun that's good for close range. Does have automatic fire. UMP. You can put a good scope on it, and it's a pretty good weapon. It's like the Scar, but not as good. That's the way I picture that. The Uzi, yes, a dangerous weapon and a good-handed player. And you also have the Uzi from Sniper as well. So it looks like from a loot perspective, I put my money on TUF, but things can change. Right now, they're pretty far away from each other, so as they continue to loot, they'll find better weapons. I think 5 or G4 is going to be in a better position at in this stage as they continue to loot. Let's go around this area now. We have the Solo here playing against Team 4 while they are in the school. One of them has pushed 2 apartments, and I think he's heard him. There's definitely 2 members here next to him. While Malice is right there on the left. I don't know if he didn't see him, or maybe he didn't want to take shots yet. But he's in trouble now. He's right there on the left. He doesn't see him. I don't think he did. He slowly backed up there. He could have easily been knocked in that position. Luckily got away with one. He's trying to back out from the building. Can he be fast enough? Not sure. They are. He is getting shot at. He's hurt, and one more shot will do it. Oh my God! It's like the Matrix, almost getting behind the rock, jumping up and down, hoping for the best. But TUF finishes him off. Let's head back over to Pachinki because these teams are really close together. You have Sniper on the roof. It's a great spot to be on. He's looking in the wrong direction, though. Team 5 is just on your left, man. So G24 has taken these two houses. I'm kind of surprised they don't hear each other yet. None of them is in the building right next door. Which is probably the reason why TUF has no idea that they're here. And I wonder if G4 knows they're there. Right on the roof. So there's no roof access here on these blue buildings, which kind of leaves them at a disadvantage somewhat. But if G4 can see him on the roof, they're open game. So now G4 Kid has decided to stop waiting and move in. And that will kind of initiate the rest of them to hear it, I think. Because Sniper's looking in this direction, so is Mama Bear. Everyone now is looking at this red building. It looks like the walk was seeing one going down the street. Wasn't enough, so nice spots here. Look at these two. It's like they just blend into the roof. Like a gargoyle looking down in the city. G4 does get on the roof. Sniper, I don't know if you're looking at him, but he's not. Mama Bear, you gotta look up. He's right there on the roof. Gets Mama Bear as well. So now we have Papa Drac with the walk. Meanwhile, Papa Drac gets knocked to one last player for TUF. Who gets one, but not any more than that. As in that particular situation, it was 3v1 with the kid just hanging back. So great job from G4. Pretty well executed and completely takes them out. You have INV taking up Yasnaya. A lot of loot. I don't think anyone landed with. Never mind, they did land with him. You do have a whole team there. Let's just view over to them. TUF with what Sinister. Let's just take a look here. You have 7, Crispin, Sinister, and Merciless taking on INV with Revi, Snowy, Mirari, and Bossy. Now Bossy has kind of left the herd and taken over this house here, really close to the rest of TUF. If Bossy is ever heard or seen, he's gonna be in trouble because the rest of his teammates are kind of far. It'll take a while for them to get there. So if they get a knock on Bossy and push, Bossy's done for. There's no way he'd survive that. But it does look like TUF has no idea they're there. They're just taking up the the 3-story buildings here at C Block. Bossy with a DP. I love that weapon, as you know. Right here, this is the place where he might be able to see him or be seen. He jumps out this way. He has no idea they're at C Block. There's no way. He wouldn't have jumped off like that. So he is getting closer and closer to TUF. And I'm just wondering when will be the time that he will hear them. It looks like Bossy might have just heard him there. Maybe just looting the boxes still, so maybe not. I don't know. He's going to the roof. Does get Bossy. So Bossy's in trouble. It looks like their teammates kind of foresaw this maybe and is moving quickly over. That was a good timing to rotate toward Bossy because he's going to need some help. Now TUF is not pushing. They were in the C Block. They still are in the C Block. And it looks like they're playing it more carefully. Merciless does get a few hits on him, but not enough to take him down. Bossy trying to get someone to revive him. Is by the wall. Probably will get revived. As his teammates are kind of providing cover fire on the rest of them. We're going to focus up on new spots here. And it looks like everyone's pretty separated, so we'll go right back to Yasnaya. It looks like Team 14 is making a even bigger push. IMV. Snowy is playing this very aggressive. He's trying to get a good grenade. Can it work? Does get it inside. 7 is in there, but does not hit him. Does not make impact. It looks like Team 8 has kind of joined the party now. And since Sinister is down and probably will be out in just a moment, and look at his health, he's going to have to get picked up real quick if you're going to make it over there. 2 smokes, that's too much time. You're throwing too many smokes, he's never going to get them in time. And that will do it for him. Meanwhile, they are getting hit from the back. Nice strafing getting into that door. So they do one try to get around to it. Crispin getting another knock. Gets another knock. Oh, Crispin almost taken out from that. He needs to get out. He needs heals. But that's not going to do very well if he needs to finish off that team. This is exactly the problem they had last time. They let them get the revives. And they're just going to go for round 2 then with more people. I mean, I know it's tough. He had limited health. He needs to revive himself before making a push. But you really put yourself in a predicament again by being overly cautious in a way. So Crispin's going back to where the action was. He sees him in the door. Gets a knock again. Changes weapons. This guy's a freaking artist at PUBG. Look at this. It's just dissecting. Sees him on the side. Gets another knock. He's not even hurt. Finishes him off. Oh boy. This is Crispin again. Meanwhile, oh, he just couldn't do it all. I mean, he was just killing people one right after the other. If he just didn't have the ammo to keep reloading, the time it took to reload was too much. If that's your problem in PUBG, that the reload time is too long, you're doing something amazing. And that's exactly how it was. Amazing. That was just amazing. I don't know how else to put it. He died, but he did it well. We're going to go over to Team 5. You have G4. Looks like they got a car to take if they need it. But I think they're still in the circle. They're still in main circle, so they don't have to go anywhere if they don't want to. And these houses are big enough for a good defense. Let's take a look at Team 4, because they are closest to Team 5. And they are in a house. They're in a few houses. Looks like they're just taking out wheel. Oh, they're preventing them from coming through here. Yeah, I guess that's a good thing, you know. They'd have to go through this side with a vehicle if they really want to drive in. Or even run in, I guess. You can't jump over that so easily. But there is openings here, so. You just lost your vehicle, though. Hopefully they have another. They need it. Now, these two teams are fairly close. You have Team 16. It looks like he might know Team 10's there. He has... Look at this. He sees him. I don't know why he hasn't taken shots. Maybe because he's alone. Looks like he has an M4, so he can put some shots in him. Was that a gunshot on him? He has no weapon. He's right there at the tree. What is going on? So it looks like they're just going to have a pep talk, apparently. It looks like Jailer... I don't know what this is. I don't know what they're doing. Apparently, Jailer and Team 10 are having a nice agreement. I'm assuming Jailer is going to be taken out, but there you go. He is down and out. Looks like Jailer had no chance of winning, so he just figured, I'll just be nice and die. I guess it's one way to get killed, and it's the first I've seen in scrims in my entire career. 17, Dirty Caveman with the nuts. The nuts, I guess is a better word, but these nuts with carbon. He's this has a nice vehicle. They did take the vehicle and put it inside. Usually use this spot here in order to get somewhere else after the plane ride. So right after the plane, you want to get to Yasnaya if your plane's on the west side. You would use it to drop here, get to the car, and drive. That's a general plan of action a lot of teams take. I don't know who to look at. We haven't seen the Southerners yet this round. You have Rich Games. It looks like he lost all of his players and is all alone. That may be the reason why we haven't seen much of him. It's because he's playing the solo match game right now. Playing it safe, trying to get their rank up, and because kills are going to be tough with only one player. We'll take a look at Team 12. Team D, they did really well last match. And it looks like they're waiting for this zone to close out to meet some new teams. 25 teams left. Roughly half of the battlefield, and the circle is getting real small, real tight. The circle's tight, but there's a lot of places people can be. Rozhawk, Pachinki, even Georgia Pole if they needed to be there. And Severny is kind of open, actually. It's just that with all these houses, a lot of people are playing it safe, waiting for what the next circle is going to be. That is a strategy in PUBG. You don't want to just keep moving around and try to fight every last one of them, because then you won't get the rank. Rank is important, so are kills. So if you have no kills at the end of your rank, and even if you get first place, it's not going to be very productive. And it'd be really tough, actually, to get no kills at first place. That's actually it's impossible, I think, other than the blue zone killing somebody. So Team 17, and let's take a look at Team 10. That's Sav. They got a car. Looks like they just made it into Rozhawk. Rozhawk's a great place to loot. I like Rozhawk a lot because it has a lot of different types of houses. It's not all the same cookie cutter type. Ooh, G4's in the corner there. Looks like both of these teams are in Rozhawk. He might have seen money there. Kid and Rush. Now they're getting shot at. Maybe waiting for the right moment where they stop and try to shoot. Maybe get a nice clean headshot because he does have the AWM in hand. Now Sparkles is on the roof. He can't see him though. He's prone there. Kid is right there but not looking. And he's peeking every now and then. It's very smart from G4. G4 is playing that really good. Sometimes you might want us to stand there and kind of look to find them, but he's moving around. It is tough to pinpoint where they are by moving around and trying to look at the same time. Faith, on the other hand, has kind of stopped and has looked. Now he's on the move because he's been spotted by Spades. So let's take it from the viewpoint of G4. Looks like Team 17 is also getting really close, unless they're just kind of farther back than what I imagined. They kind of are close, but they got a long way to go. It looks like they're just passing by, actually. So Team 5 is still just going to have Team 10 to deal with. Meanwhile, they hear the shots behind them. They must be worried at least a little bit about that, but they know their main battle is in front of them. Kid is... I don't know, maybe not. Kid is going for some more kills if he can find it. And is getting shot from the back. That was the problem I was imagining. And it looks like he's going to get away with it, though, because he'll have the mountain on his back. Now, there's a car right there. Is he going to try to get some quick shots on him? They're going to drive by. and it's going to be hard to deal with. Meanwhile, the mixed team over there is just shooting at them, but they don't seem to worry about it. So it looks like that team is just staying there, shooting snipes, and not doing much else. Does see Kid in the distance, does get a few hits on him. He might get knocked from this. Look at his health. It's almost at 0. One more will do it, and does get behind the shed or the garage. He'll have to heal himself up, and probably will do so. Now, the mixed team has started to spread out. As you can see, Batman has taken the lower end of the hill. 2 members are still on top, and NF is in the 2-story with the garage building. G4 is kind of complete opposite. Actually, no, they kind of spread out, but not really. They're just really right next door to each other, as if neighbors. So G4 has shifted focus back onto this mixed team and shooting back. This long distance shooting is not going to cut it for either team. Even if you get a knock from this distance, it's not going to change the fact that he can get revived. So I think it's more about putting damage on them, making them lose their meds, and having that affect them for the long term, or just keeping them back so they don't rush them. But otherwise, it's not going to get any kills. The most it will do will get a knock. And if you're lucky, you can get 2 knocks and then push. That would be big. Looks like there's C Classic in the distance. Almost getting shots, but Faith getting hit instead. Looks like both teams have kind of stopped shooting at each other. Maybe get different positions. It's quite a possibility. Let's take a look around to the other places. While we have Big Phil here from TUF. Looks like Frankie on his team has gotten 2 kills already. Now that's a long distance. If the other one wasn't long, this one's definitely long. Yeah, you're going to get a few hits, but it's going to be tough to kill one, that's for sure. And they're just putting some shots on him. It looks like Team D has kind of moved on to the G4. Now they got a knock on one of Team D here. Trying to get it all. Looks like Team D still has 3 members left. They did just lose one right there. They got 2 knocked right there in front of them. Looks like Mackey's the only one left. Molly, I mean. Molly's trying to go for the quick revive. While Mercy is knocked, I don't think he's going to get revived quick enough. Oh boy. Does get the revive, but the health is so low. Right in the middle of fire, and that will do it. G4 taking out Team D, and they'll take the spoils as well. Great job. Meanwhile, Team 10 actually is making a push closer and closer. While he's going to throw a grenade. Can he get the grenade in the perfect spot? No, will not. Does not hit. But G4 now knows they're there and does knock Batman. Who's going to save the day if Batman doesn't? You have Classic, maybe? Oh man, looks like a few hit for the... Now Batman's going to get revived, so that is good for this mixed team. Team 10 needs to figure out something though. Sab Faith is maybe going to throw some smokes, but they're shooting from the left, getting a nice flank position. So this is good for both teams being in the circle, but they're going to have to battle out, see who's going to take this place for themselves. Faith is working the prone game, so trying to utilize this wall as much as possible. Does get shot a little bit on the left, but that is such a far shot that they don't really have to worry about that too much. G4 Money, that might be the wild card in this one. He's all the way on the right. Whether he... Ooh, he is seen first, so that flank did not work. So here's Money. Oh, there's Money, trying to... Got some heals on. He went full health right there. And the rest of his team is completely healed up. They're looking great. Looks like they're just going to blow up this car. It's definitely smoking up. They're not going to be able to take that car. I don't think they need to blow up the car, though, because the circle's closing on them. Does get a knock on Faith. And the name I cannot pronounce is also knocked. Enfall, maybe? It looks like he's throwing a smoke to prevent them from pushing. Meanwhile, you still have two teams here. G4 has not pushed even with those two knocks. I know they have the circle, so they're not really worried. But so does Team 10. They can be in the circle if they need to be. Oh, Sav Faith needed to get picked up. That zone is coming in, though. That's going to be hurting a lot. I don't know if Faith is going to actually make it after this heal. Can he run it in immediately? I think he's going to have to crawl in. And he's going to get knocked right here. Yep. So maybe he can run it in. They will have a little bit, so they will survive. I'm going to take a look at Team 4, because we have to move around here. Looks like Big Phil isn't getting the views that he's looking for. Looks like there's still more shots going on from a distance. I'm going to go back, because this is where the hype is. Now, Sav Faith is in a lot of trouble. Batman just got knocked. Man, this team has been knocked a lot, and they need to figure out a way to get out of this position, because it has become predictable that they're going to have to get out and go into the middle of the field. Meanwhile, G4 is also in a problem spot, because there is no way through this field unless you're going straight at that team, or you're going to take a run through the field. So it looks like they do have a car. That might be their gameplay here. Looks like G4 and Sav have kind of stopped shooting each other and decided, let's get into the zone, because we don't have anything else to do here. Both teams would die if they fight it out. Now, this is definitely to the advantage of INV. They have the house. That's the only house in the circle. And even Team TUF on 4 doesn't even have a spot here. Now they're going straight in. A lot of shooting in a quick moments here. Does see the backs of G4 and takes it down. Another car drives by, but they got to focus on the team that's around. Jesus Christ, I can't even hear myself. Look at all these people who are knocked. Are you kidding me? There must be 3 or 4 teams in here. My God, there's still teams in here, by the way. This isn't the only 2 teams left. Okay, so they are the only team. Jesus Christ, there were so many people knocked. I couldn't even follow it. Make sure you clip that, because that was amazing. Looks like we got Team 10 still on the edge. And looks like this is the last two teams here. You got Team 10 and Team 14. Batman versus IV. I'm going to call them IV. Batman versus Ivy. Get it? Sorry. We have these two teams. It looks like the advantage definitely goes to Team 14. They got the house and they got the circle, so they don't even have to move anywhere if they don't want to. That being said, it's anyone's game. I mean, yeah, it is possible that Classic and Batman and Faith can do this. They do have 4 team members still alive, so only time will tell. 18 seconds till this changes. Both teams are playing it very carefully. Looks like Mirari getting knocked. That might be the game changer that they were looking for. Got one that's continually pushing up farther and farther. It has a good close range weapon by the sound of it. Is going to finish off the down one he got. They're going to shoot down on them. Last one left on 14. He's not going down without a fight though. In the brush, it's hard to see. It's hard to see, but that will do it. Nicely played by Classic. And they will win it. Batman, Classic, Anaf, and Sav. Faith, they will take it. Classic with 6 kills, very impressive. They got 6, 7 all together though. INV coming in with 8, very good for second place. And Full Eclipse coming in with 3rd place. I'm kind of surprised. They must have been playing prone game because they got 0 kills altogether. And I imagine that they usually get more kills than that, so I don't know how that happened. G4 coming in with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kills. Great job by G4. They didn't get a top 3 spot. That will hurt them in the point system, but getting that many kills is definitely going to help their chances. TUF with 2. The Southerners with 0. D with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got TUF D's Nuts with Carbon and Dirty Caveman coming in with 0. Jailer with 0. TUF with 4. 5 with 3, 4, 5, 6 kills. TUF, the other team, is with 0. LM with 0. The name I have a hard time pronouncing, 0. And Rubber with 0. And one more round, everybody. This round is going to be a tough one. It's going to be a doozy, guys. I think it's going to go back to third-person perspective, and these teams need to get their ranks up. We have, I think, Full Eclipse. They got 1st place in the 1st round. They got 3rd place in the 2nd round. They definitely are in the best position to win this, but you never know. There are a lot of teams out there that are hungry for wins and kills, and we might see a change. So I'm going to put the music back up. And we'll get back to you when the 3rd round begins. I'm going to change the song though. QMan17, thank you for joining in. Looking at the chat here, BB Strong Gaming, thank you. They must be from Bloodbath, I assume that's you. Thank you, appreciate the support. Kishimoto Supremo, thank you for writing that down, I really appreciate it. He said, you can send a salve to my cousin in Portugal. He really likes this channel, if you can speak. Amorolo. I don't know Portuguese. I'm not sure if that is Portuguese, but I would like to send a shout out to your cousin in Portugal. Appreciate that you guys are watching. It means a lot to me that you guys are watching, especially from overseas. Thank you so much. Demon927, what's the code? So the code is in registration, right? So you got to register for these things. If you really like PUBG Mobile, you want to compete in a competitive level, this is how you start. You play in scrimmages, you practice, you get a team together, especially one that you enjoy playing with, and you make a name for yourself. This is how you make a name for yourself, is doing really well in these scrimmages. And then you might get invited to tournaments, or you might kind of log yourself in and register for some of the big tournaments that are out there. We list all these scrimmages out, at least on my Discord and Naked, but TUF probably does it as well. If you go to my Discord, you'll find TUF in their Discord as well. So help yourself, man. Be a part of the community if you like the community. It's a great place to grow. It's a great place to know about eSports. Get to know the players, how the system kind of works, I should say. But everyone just tries to have a good time and enjoy themselves. It is a game that we all love and enjoy, and it's great to play it with people that you know, or people that have the same interests as you do. So try to be a part of the community. RHDDD8, how you doing? I hope you're having a good day, a good night. Hope you're having a good night. Super Will 101, we got one more match to go. Let me just make sure I have the room. Okay, we got the password in. I'm gonna put the screen to the TUF logo because I don't want you guys seeing this. If you want to be a part of it, guys, remember, register your team. You can get the password and ID that way.
Between the words to say the words to remember. Now we're here to take control over your body and over your soul. We're gonna take back everything and lose it all. Lose it all. Lose it all.
Alright, I am in the room, so I'm going to bring it back to myself and the room. I'm Master. I'm not finishing that. YouTube, yep, it is on YouTube. Really appreciate that you're watching from there. Thank you for the follow, guys. Unknown Sniper, thank you. Really appreciate that you follow. Definitely trying to make my name out there on Twitch and on Omelette. So really appreciate that you guys are there to support me and watch these things. Really appreciate it. So we're gonna get this third round coming up soon. I think we got, what do we have, 40 to 50 people in the room? Well, 41. I think this last one we're gonna get started soon. I'm guessing it's gonna be in less than 5 minutes. And if you guys have any questions for me, write them down, send them in the chat. I'll be happy to answer. And if you guys have anything you want to say, or who you guys have winning, we have TUF in here, we have G4, we have Team D, we also have, who else do we have? Let's take a look through the room, shall we? It's easier this way. We have a few TUF teams. There's G4. LM, we haven't seen them really perform yet, and I'm hoping to see them come out of their shell here in this third round. You have Team 5 here who has Champ, who's a conqueror. I assume he's going to kind of blow up the stage here in the third round. He's not going to want to give up a top spot. Now here's a team that has done really well, Classic with Batman. They're in the middle of these battles. They kept getting knocked, actually. But they were able to overcome that and get in position to win it. So great job from their team. Hopefully they'll continue to perform well. We have Full Eclipse. How can I forget? They are the team leaders, I would say, at this point. They probably have the most points coming into the third round. I think they're going to do really well. Obviously, with all the kills and all the ranking, they should do really well. But that can easily go away with a bad start here in the third round. You never know what's going to happen. These other teams aren't going to take it lying down. We'll see what they can do. Super Will 101, how am I doing? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Sorry if I'm getting back to you guys a little late here. One, I'm trying to focus on the game in order to make it more entertaining for you guys. I also want to respond to you guys, so I'm trying to do a little bit of both. If I'm not doing that well, I apologize. I'm trying to work on it. Also, Big Daddy Corn Hub, thank you for following, and Jazzy Jess, thank you as well. Really appreciate the follows. It really helps out when you guys follow me, and I'm trying to make my name for myself, as I was saying before, so really appreciate it. Again, for people who are just joining in, this is PUBG Mobile. These scrimmages are part of TUF, Tactical Under Fire. I am H Crusader, your host for this evening, part of Naked Esports. We have scrimmages, but on a different day, and I'm helping out this team in order for them to host an amazing scrimmage. So right now they got 42 in the lobby. They're trying to get more in there, I imagine, because they were probably at 50. But they might not. So we are going to start this probably soon. That is Up to the Walk. You might see it in the top left of your screen. The name there, TUF The Walk. Obviously, if you guys don't know them, you should go follow their Discord. I think I put it in the link description. No, I might have not. But it is under Naked Esports. If you go to our Discord, that is in our description. Go there, and then you can go to TUF from there. Really suggest you going over to TUF Discord. They got a lot of good players who perform well every week in competitions, and they're hosting this scrimmage that you can actually participate in every week as well. So do that. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that badly. Thank you for writing that in. Whale Gun Kid 27, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Third round about to begin. I'm excited. I want to see more action. There is a lot of good squad wipes in this one. There's a crazy one. If you take a look at the clip in Omelet, that was nuts. Just complete hailfire of bullets between 3 teams in one area. So, quite amazing. Damage Doer, thank you for following. Really appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day. Let me know how you're feeling, guys. If you guys can't hear me, or if something doesn't sound right, let me know. If you guys are having just a wonderful day, let me know. I want to make this entertaining for you guys. And always appreciate you following and viewing. So again, this is Up to the Walk to start. He's going to start it, I imagine, in less than a few minutes now. I think this is the max amount of people we're getting tonight. There we go. So now I'm excited. I want the action. Third round, last round, and it's going to happen right here, right now. These teams have been practicing a lot, guys, and we've seen most of these teams perform on the big stage. A lot of these teams are going to be playing in the Omelet Challenge, where they'll be battling out. I think it's for $45,000, so it's no big deal. No big deal. No, it's a big deal. I know esports is becoming bigger and bigger. It's just a matter of time. And it looks like this is going to be Vikendi. I love it. Let me turn down the music. So Vakindi third-person perspective. That's what we got here today in the last round of the TuF Pro Scrims. Who do you guys have winning? We have Full Eclipse probably taking on the bet in Las Vegas. I think they're all going for Full Eclipse. We may have TUF overcoming, and maybe even G4. So the plane ride is a little bit north, definitely horizontal. And so you might have a lot of teams going even farther north, maybe Cosmodrome, Port, Coal Mine, Dobro. Those are all big areas they might find themselves. Even Gorka and Villa. Those are nice. They're very safe places, I think. But anywhere south than that is going to be tough to get to. You have Dino Park, you have Movtra, you got Minar, and Volnova. So those are the spots that are going to be tough to get to. You might be able to float in those areas, but it's going to be difficult. G4 Kid here, taking a flight path over. Let's see if any teams are landing close to each other. Looks like some of these are going to Dobro, I think. And some of them are actually going to this very small place for... so the villa is not that big. And it looks like G4 has the advantage. They're going to be landing first and going to be able to loot the big house. Meanwhile, there are houses down lower that it looks like teams are going to. There's 3 teams here, guys. So it looks like you're going to see a lot of get a gun and quick fire, especially in the south part here. And yep, that's exactly what happened. TUF These Nuts has been knocked. Carbine just gets knocked as well. Looks like one got a handgun, was able to do some damage before they had the chance. One had a shotgun, but the shotgun can be tough to use, especially when you have to... Oh, he's trying to finish him off by fighting him. He's going for the heal. Great job. Looks like TUF is going to get picked up completely. Team 11 did not look like they were going to survive that, but change in plans. Oh, never mind. I was the plan did not change. Team 17 wiped out, and they have one here. He's just hiding, but you can see the footsteps of his movement, and that will do it for him. Meanwhile, there is one player left on TUF, and Team 11 Sinister, but he's moving away, or at least hiding. So that's gonna be an issue for him. 3 teams landed here at Dobro. Dobro is a great place for loot, but it's a very popular spot. It's huge. It's a big spot. So that's why a lot of teams go there. They can land and kind of get away from enemies and have the time to loot before they have to engage. I think that's how a lot of teams have played this one. You have LM with your girl Shine with... or Shane, Shine. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing. But they are looting as well, and they haven't engaged with anybody yet. So you got LMJJ. He might have seen some players because he's kind of just hiding behind, or she's kind of hiding behind the red building here. Meanwhile, Izzy definitely has a few looks on team. No one got hit yet though, so both teams know they're here. JJ gets Snowy. Big knock there because it looked like JJ was about to go down, but Snowy did not finish that one up and gets down first. Meanwhile, both teams know that JJ there. JJ needs to get out of there, but there's a lot of eyes on JJ. Almost getting Izzy, but Izzy backed away just in time. JJ's trying to get that angle too. Bold move. Great job. One left. That will do it. Look at her health. Look at that girl. Her health is down. Make sure you clip it, guys. I really appreciate it. Great squad wipe by LM. They'll continue on, but it's not quite over yet. Full Eclipse has the roofs and they want part of this. They can see. Oh man, if those knocks happened anywhere in the middle of this square, this would be complete chaos right now. But Zero and Rain have taken this spot, and I wouldn't doubt that LM can hear the footsteps on the roof. Yep, look at the peak here. They definitely know that someone is here. They might not know Rain, but they know someone's around. The roof access is very important. It kind of changes the game, gives it more layers. Just like that. You don't expect such a high shot. Ooh, that's going to hurt. If it lands, it looks like it didn't quite get the knock or get the hit that you're looking for. It is tough to shoot down that hard, I would say. He's on the roof of the building they're in. He's trying to get angles, but it's tough. There's no window access on this side. Maybe he can get up to the other roof and look through the windows, but he's not doing that yet. This is quite interesting. How are they going to play this? Both teams cannot just survive this forever. They need to figure out a way to engage. FC is not engaging because they are open. They can leave if they want. They have no issues doing that if they decide to. There's not like they're being hindered. Meanwhile, LM is stuck in this house, and smokes might help getting out if they decide to. They might think, we're just gonna bunker this one and call it our home and defense. One jumps out, knocks Rain. So that changes the game quite a bit. He's on the roof of the wrong building. He can't get over to that roof. So Rain is in a precarious position, because Zero is jumped down to that roof, and I don't think he can get back to the church's roof. Yeah, he's gonna have to jump down. He might try to get to the roof on the other side, but he has limited time. He's roughly at 50% health. It's a match against time now for Zero to get to the roof. Now looks like your girl may have. Yep. All right. So that's a finish. And now FC Zero has stopped. He just got to the roof. Might be able to see one actually, but it might not be worth it being alone like that. We're gonna move on because we can't stay here all day. We have Team 4 with Big Phil. They are looting up Gorka. I like this spot a lot. Again, it's kind of similar to Dobro. It's a big spot. You can land wherever and not have to deal with quickly killing somebody or getting stuck in a landing spot where someone else is going to be. You can decide to go elsewhere in the same town. Take a look at Team 10. These are one of your favorites for this evening. They have won the second round. Interesting backpack. They are also looting appears to be cemetery-ish area. They'll be fine. It looks like at this point in the game, with this circle closing, things are going to move a lot quicker after this. Team 8 has decided to drive in. They have a full squad ready to go, jam-packed, AKM in hand for Kenzie, I think. No, that's for Pasta. So let's see, what did Team 6 do? Team 6 has just moved to the closest house they can possibly find inside the next circle. These are your winners of the squad wipe earlier on and taking out Rain. So expect them to have a lot of kills at the end. But that does still leave one last player from FC Zero. It looks like he's staying on this roof. I don't know if he knows that they're not here anymore, because he can loot up in this period. Not all of this place has been looted yet, so it might be a better time to do that, but he's just going to stick around on this roof and hang around. What else can we see? Let's take a look at the crate here. It looks like some team is going to it as well. As it's trying to render in. Slowly render in. There we go. It looks like they've taken it. So it's 5 ammo is probably the big 100 ammo weapon, or the AUG. One or the other. But they're in the circle as well. A lot of these teams are in the circle, ready to go. Oh man, these two teams are right on top of each other. As this renders in, everything will make a little bit more sense. Oh boy. He's right there. Using that third peak perspective. Does get a hit on him. And Team 8 wins it. Nice job. They got one knocked, but all 3 of them, or all 4 of them, will stay alive. Great job getting the win at Villa. You have an airdrop here as well. It looks like someone has already taken it. That's Team 10. This one had the MK14, but no one wanted it. It has been dumbed down, to say the least. The amount of damage you can put on somebody with the MK14 just doesn't compare to a bolt-action rifle. So that's probably the main reason why it was left. Now Team 8 is getting closer. Team 4 is getting closer to Team 8. They just won that squad wipe, and now another car has joined into the party. Grenades and mollies have been thrown. So they're just taking out the tires just in case. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Really appreciate it. Throwing mollies inside the house, but made himself open. Slayer just getting out in time. Now, looks like this TUF team has just completely surrounded the premises, kind of like a police officer taking out the people inside a bank. But just like your old-fashioned movies here. Let's see if they can take down the robbers. Through the door, getting a few shots on, and he decided to close it. You see the movement outside. So it looks like almost getting hit. Avoids the damage. Slayer is knocked. He's throwing a lot of smokes over there to try to get the heals. Molly's thrown too, but that was a little too far. And it looks like they will get Slayer up and running. That's a big problem to have. If you're going to knock somebody, you got to finish. And letting him get revived like that might cause problems in the future. More mollies being thrown. Let's see how Paste plays this. He's the flank position. He's all the way on the opposite end of where his teammates are. He's trying to get into a position that the rest of them won't. It looks like... What happened to Tone right there? Spiztone got knocked. But it looks like he'll get revived too. Meanwhile, I just missed this. TUF, Big, Phil, and Slayer have both been taken down. One is completely thirsted. And Slayer is on the other end alone. I don't think he's going to have time. Look at his health. It's dwindling pretty fast because he was knocked earlier. Frankie, I think, is making a mad dash, but won't quite get there. Unless a miracle happens. That's it for him. So, yes. Oh, no. Frankie is down 2. Any push? Yes, we imagined this push would happen. They took down 3. They know they took down 3. And 4 was just a matter of time. So great job by this team. They'll move on. Now, this was a matchup earlier, back in Dobro. FC0 was with FC Rain, and Rain got taken out by these people here. So LM needs to, well, LM doesn't need to do anything. Zero is the one that's in trouble, although does have an eye on one. I don't know what your girl Shane is gonna do. He's going for the quick thirst too. Maybe not. The thing about thirsting is that it can be an advantage to do so. You don't want their teammates who are down to help act as a third eye. But it looks like Zero is not going to play that game. He's going to play it very maturely. Maybe he's going to go for complete squad wipe. He might be using that person as bait. He's on the right. He sees him. Does get another knock, and that's a finish. So, wow, I didn't realize that the rest of LM got taken out. They had 3 or maybe even 4. And it looks like they, when we came back, that they only had 2. So maybe FC was playing the long game here. Zero taking out, completely squad wiping them, because I don't think anyone else was on this side of the circle. Wow. All right. So we got back here. Well, let's focus on another team here. Looks like they're going to take a car, maybe head over to somewhere else. And meanwhile, you got TUF, Papa Drac, Mom Bear, The Walk, and Sniper. They're in a good spot. Plain and simple. Nice pan also, by the way. Sniper, he's got a Vector with what appears to be a 4x scope. It's a bit much, I think, for the Vector, but hell, what do I know? I'm not a big Vector fan. I know a lot of people are. Now this team's the one to really watch out for. Although FC is also, I mean, they're hanging on there. They're going to get good rank points, even some kills there by FC. Let me see how many kills FC actually has. So they have 3. So Zero did completely take out that LM team, because I think they only had 3 altogether. What is happening here? So Team 8, who was at Villa, just drove over. And they're, oh boy, right there. Oh man, right in his sights, but not finished. So now the battle begins. Looks like Mama Bear was immediately taken out first. Knocked behind that chimney. Good shots from Papa Drac. Good angle too. Oh, but Sniper's knocked as well. This isn't looking good for TUF. TUF has 2 knocked while the other team has 0 knocked. Both with 4 people, but now it's more like 2v4. They know where Papa Drac is. I don't know if they know where the Walk is. Now they do. And the Walk is down as well. One right after the other. This team is getting demolished. It's all up to Papa Drac now. What is he going to do? Fight or flight? He is in a complete disadvantage. The odds are really against him. And it looks like Champ is going to take the high road, literally. Or no, now he's going low. Papa Drac might be able to get away with this. No. Yes? For a second, I thought they were just going to pass by. But just for a second. So great eyes on Champ and Kenzie. And they'll get another squad wipe. They got squad wipes in Villa. They get squad wipes here as well. That just leaves 3 teams total. You got FC, who's at the drop. And it looks like he just picked up. He just dropped the big gun, the 100 ammo weapon. I don't know what he picked up instead. Let's take a look at his weaponry. He's got an AUG. So he switched it to an AUG. And the other gun is the MK, I think the MK. So that's nice. I mean, the Sniper is not the best snipe. If you can use it on auto, if you're good enough to use it on auto or I think it's only on burst now actually. If you can use it on burst and you're effective, that's 30. But otherwise it's tough. Champ, look at Champ. Getting 9 kills. I told you he wasn't going to go down without a fight. He has the Conqueror level. So we have 4 kills with ANF and Classic, and they won the second round. Sorry, they won the second round of these scrimmages. FC won the first round, I believe. I could be wrong about that. I have to check. But they are still in it too, and they have 3 kills. And meanwhile, Team 5 has 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 kills already. And it's not even over. And they have the advantage with 4 people compared to 3 and 1 respectively. They're looking great. Let's zoom in on this smaller circle so everyone has a better idea of where everyone is. We got Team 8 South, Team 10 East, and Team 15 West. I wonder how they're going to play it. So this one has a car. We're going to follow the car, because right now it's really up to them and what they want to do here. Trying to spectate them. He's heading toward FC. FC is in this direction. It will be interesting to see how they interact. Will FC just kind of let them go by? And I think that is the case. It doesn't appear that they noticed full eclipse because they haven't stopped and they didn't shoot. So they come right back to where they started. They started in Villa, and it looks like they want to end here. It is the only complex that's available. Meanwhile, Team 15 with full eclipse. As we head over to the big building, Zero has made his way inside. Just as so. May want to be more careful as 8 comes up to the big... comes up to this building. He doesn't want to be heard, I imagine. It is now stopped. That was very smart. Trying to throw a grenade. Not sure if that was smart. But he is at a big disadvantage and he needs some miracles to happen. I bet Team 5's asking, did you throw that grenade? Did you throw that grenade? And all of them are saying, nope, not me, not me. Sees him in his sights, gets him knocked. Quick headshot there, but was not able to get the finish. Nice job by Zero. But not enough. The disadvantage was just too much. Getting 2 of them, though, is quite impressive. So we got, it looks like 2 teams left. 5 and 10. And now 10 is kind of driving into it, into the thick of it. They're not slowing down. They might have heard the gunshots, and they are ready for action. Let's go down. Oops, sorry. Angle could work better than this. There we go. Down we go. There we go. This is much better. 2 teams left. 3v4. Really is anyone's game. Obviously, the advantage goes to 5, but you never know. Champ has been dissecting some of these teams lately. And will his reign of terror end here? Or will he continue to conquer, literally and figuratively, against these teams? Ooh, quick shot with an AWM. Classic. Looks like Classic's going to go for the heal. And they're going to have to do that a little quick. Champ is not slowing down. Champ is going maybe inside. No, he's going outside. He's going to shoot from the outside. Gets knocked completely. And so does Kenzie. Now it's a 2v3. Switched around. Advantage has changed. Classic, Anaf, and Rainbow. Yes, they have the advantage now. And it looks like they got healed up too. Turn of events. Champ just played it too aggressive by himself, and that caused the problem here. He's trying to get a grenade in the window, but I think he's a bit far for that now. We might see Burger. It's hard to shoot through there. He wasn't able to. That's why he got hurt. And it made it become a 2v1 advantage. Still goes to this team against Team 5. 5 has most of the kills, but right now it doesn't seem like they're going to get the first place finish. Can he switch it around here? Third person perspective. He's able to see through the window. He definitely sees Anoff right there. Trying to get a better angle on them. Molly. He's getting burned up. He needs to heal. He's got the fire suit on, but it's not working. He's lucky to get these heals on. Being in that corner, I'm surprised they weren't able to see him. Nicely played. Oh, but his health, he's got to go heal right now. I don't know if he's going to go... Molly would finish him off. Luckily, he ran out of the way before that happened. Now, Paste is healing up. Meanwhile, they're reviving one of their players. He's going to lose the advantage soon. That's why he's pushing so much. Smart move. Will it work out? Does get one. Does get two. So, wow. All right, so they have most kills and they got first place. Champ was taken down, the first player to be taken down in between those two teams, which kind of changed the flow of battle right here. But they were able to keep it alive as Paste was able to finish it. So they got 15, 6, 17 total kills. That definitely changes the paradigm here. I'm not sure if they won it all now. They definitely didn't have the advantage coming into it. And that just might have changed things. You have Batman with Classic. So, again, they won round 2. So, they got round 2. And they got second place in round 3. They don't have a lot of kills, though. That might have changed things for them, though. 4, 5, 6, 7 kills for them. And Full Eclipse getting third with 3. Wow. TUF coming in with 0. The Southerners coming in at 5th place with 1 kill. LM with 4, 5 kills. TUF with 0. G4 with 6, 7 kills. Nice. Team D coming in with 1 kill. TUF with 1 kill. INV, sorry, with 1 kill. The name I have a hard time pronouncing with 0. And TUF with Dirty, Caveman, Carbine, and These Nuts with 2 kills. So great job by Team 5. Winning the third round and final round. I believe scores will be calculated by TUF in their Discord. You'll see the results probably sometime tonight or tomorrow, I imagine. So if you're interested in that, keep up with the TUF Discord page. If you guys have any questions about getting to the Discord page, you can go to my Discord page, which is Naked Esports, and then go over to theirs through that. If you don't know what Discord is, I suggest being a part of Discord. It's where most people in esports talk to each other and get to know how to get in competitions and get to know the competitive teams that participate in these things. So that's a great place to start if you're thinking of getting more into esports and getting to know more about PUBG Mobile and the players that play it. All right, that is it. So 7 ghouls. Damn them roofs though. Pace knocked them. Yeah. The roof access from FC, Rain, and Zero. Great job, but wasn't able to utilize them the most because Rain got knocked on that roof. It's just that they had 2 people and the other team had 3 or 4, so it's a tough situation for them. What else can we say? BB Strong. BB was gonna compete tomorrow, but I got caught up and couldn't sign up. Compete. Yeah. I heard. Yeah. Is tomorrow, you're saying, right? Tomorrow. Well, registration was open until right now. But yes, Registration for Naked Pro Scrims is going to be, it's over actually right at this minute. So if you want to participate tomorrow, you'll have to wait for next week. But we might make exceptions if we find that we need help with numbers, but we'll let you know. We'll let everyone know in our Discord if we want more people to register. All right. That being said, this was the TuF Pro Scrims. They did a really good job getting some teams together, and we hope they continue doing this next week. Registration might be open actually for it, so if you are interested in competing, go over to the Discord and register your team. Thanks a lot. I'm Naked H Crusader, and have a great night. Thank you.